Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. This is a channel where we talk about Japan, Japanese culture and Japanese language. This is the series called Japanese Lessons for Beginners, in which we teach Japanese lessons to the starters of this language learning. And in this series, today we have come to lesson 85. And the topic for today is prepositions of place, in which we shall learn how to describe positions like above, under, near, next to, beside, inside, outside, in front of, and behind in Japanese grammar. So let's start. Prepositions of place. So in the last lesson, we discussed about the location of objects and how to ask about the location of an object and how to answer that. For example, we had seen Hon wa doko desu ka? Hon wa doko desu ka? So here it should be Hon wa doko desu ka? Where is the book? So now we see that the book is on the table. But in the last lesson we just learned about Hon wa soko desu. That is, the book is over there. That is, we are just pointing towards the book and telling that the book is over there. Or we say Hon wa soko ni arimasu. So this also we learned in our last lesson where we discussed about the verb arimasu. So this you know. Hon wa doko desu ka? Hon wa soko desu. Hon wa soko ni arimasu. Now today we will extend this discussion to the next level where we specifically describe where the book is exactly located. So as you can see in this diagram, the book is on the table. The book is over the table. So the correct answer or the complete answer to the question Hon wa doko desu ka will be Hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. Teburu, so you can see here this is the table which is written in katakana in English. So this is the same English word table, but in Japanese it becomes teburu. So if you have any doubts or if you don't understand how table is written as teburu, then I would recommend you to go through lessons 11, 12, 13 and 14 of this same playlist where we have discussed about the rules of katakana. So if you go through them, it will be very easy for you to understand how we derive the English words in katakana Japanese. So hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. So here we introduce new concept, teburu no ue, that is top of the table. So no is the particle here which is used to connect or which is used to describe the position of something to something else. So teburu no ue means top of the table. So teburu no ue ni arimasu means the book is on the table. So this kanji we have already learned in one of our previous kanji lessons. So I am not writing the hiragana. So this is a very simple kanji. So this pronunciation is ue. Ue means over or above or on the top or on the something. Hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. So now we have the complete answer. Where is the book? The book is on the table. Hon wa doko desu ka? Hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. So this is one example. So we will look at another example and after that we will come to the theory of prepositions in Japanese. Sumimasen, yuubinkyoku wa doko desu ka? Excuse me, where is the post office? Asks Mr. Honda. Asoko no shiroi tatemono no ushiro ni arimasu. It's behind that white building over there. Now there are several things in this sentence. Asoko no shiroi tatemono. Asoko no shiroi tatemono means the white building of that place or the white building over there. But that is not the end. It's behind the white building. So again, asoko no shiroi tatemono no ushiro. So everywhere we are connecting with no particle because it belongs the behind the building. So again that will also be related using the no particle, behind of the white building and white building of asoko. So that's why these no particles are used to represent of the possession. Of is nothing but it represents or it determines the possession of something to something. So asoko no shiroi tatemono no ushiro ni arimasu. So behind that white building over there. So it's just the reverse. As we know that Japanese follows the SVO format, that is subject verb object, whereas SOV format, subject object verb, but English we have subject verb object. So that's the reason the sentence structure is just reversed, but the meaning is same. Asoko no shiroi tatemono no ushiro ni arimasu. It's behind that white building over there. Then Mr. Honda says, Shiroi tatemono wa depato desu ka? Is the white building a departmental store? So in the previous sentence, Mr. Tanaka, he says that the post office is behind that white building. Now Honda-san asks, what is that white building all about? Is it a departmental store? Now let's see what Tanaka-san says. Iie, shiroi tatemono wa depato dewa arimasen. No, the white building is not a departmental store. Deva arimasen, you know that this is the negative of arimasen, arimas. So arimasen is the opposite of arimas, and deva arimasen means it's the complete representation of the negative sense of arimas. So the white building is not a departmental store. Ano biru wa toshokan desu. Ano biru, that building. So we know kono, sono, ano, and here the building is located away from both Mr. Tanaka and Mr. Honda. So sono will not be applicable here. Ano is the correct word. Ano biru means that building. Wa toshokan desu. Toshokan means library. So ie shiroi tatemono wa depato de wa arimasen. Ano biru wa toshokan desu. No, the white building is not a departmental store. That building is a library. So all about post office and library and the white building. So Mr. Honda then thanks him. Arigato. Now we looked at two examples, teburu no ue and tatemono no ushiro. So in both we see that the no particle is used to connect the place with the position. So table, on the table, and tatemono no ushiro means behind the building. So in English we call these as prepositions. On and behind are prepositions. Why prepositions? Because these are the places, and these indicate the actual position of something on this place. So this is a preposition. This is the reason why it is preposition, because this is the place and this is the position which comes before the place. So it's pre. But in Japanese, it's just the reverse. It's postposition, because we have the place here. Table is the place where something is kept, and where on the table, it's above the table or on the table. So this is the position. So the position is after the place. So that's why it is postposition. So in languages like Japanese, Hindi, and some other languages, the structure is that of postposition and not preposition. So although the name of the lesson is prepositions, because since we are discussing in English, so we have used prepositions, but actually it is postpositions in Japanese. So now let's look at some examples. Pen wa hon no ue ni arimasu. Pen wa hon no ue ni arimasu. That means the pen is on the book, or the pen is above the book, or the pen is kept is on the book. So if a pen is placed over the book, then pen wa hon no ue ni arimasu. We say like that. If the pen is below the book or under the book, then it will be pen wa hon no shita ni arimasu. Shita. This is again this kanji also we have done. This is under something, underneath or below. So pen wa hon no shita ni arimasu. Then we have pen wa hon no naka ni arimasu. Naka means inside or in the middle, inside the book. Suppose the pen has, someone has inserted the pen inside the pages of the book, then it will be pen wa hon no naka ni arimasu. That is inside the book. So all these words, it indicates the postpositions of the book. The place is book. The noun, the main object is the pen. The subject is the pen, and book is the object, and the postposition are these ones, these words which are written in red. So ue, shita, naka. Next is tonari. Pen wa hon no tonari ni arimasu. That is, the pen is next to the book. Then we have pen wa hon no mae ni arimasu. Mae means in front of. Pen wa hon no mae ni arimasu. So in this way, there are different other words as well, which we'll see in the next slides, where we can describe the position of the place or the object where something has been kept or something exists. That is arimasu. One more is pen wa hon no ushiro ni arimasu. The pen is behind the book. So mae means in front of. So we are summarizing the words. Mae means in front of. Ushiro means behind. Then ue means above, on, or on top of. Shita means under or below or underneath. Naka, inside. Soto is outside. So this is the word that we encountered for the first time. Soto. Soto means outside. It's the reverse of, or it's the antonym of naka. Soto. So we are writing in hiragana and not kanji because we have not done the kanji yet. So to keep it simple, we are writing it in hiragana. Soto. Outside. Then we have three words: tonari, soba, and yoko. So there are certain differences. Tonari means next to something. Soba means near, and yoko means beside. So there is very thin line of separation or differences between these three. These are often used interchangeably. Yoko is basically when something is very, very close to something else. So it's just beside, or it's just aligned with the other thing. For example, if there is a wall and you are keeping a bicycle just next to it, so it will be yoko. So you can say that bicycle wa wall, whatever is the word for wall no tonari yoko ni arimasu. Similarly, soba, it's near, but it's not beside. It's little far away, but it's still near. And tonari is next to. Now you might ask, what is the difference between tonari and soba? So because these two sound very similar, tonari and soba. So the difference is that tonari is generally used when the two nouns are of the same or similar kind. What does that mean? Like ginko wa byouin no tonari ni arimasu. We can say like that. Ginko is bank, byouin is hospital. So the bank is next to the hospital. This is the translation of that. Ginko wa byouin no tonari ni arimasu means the bank is next to the hospital. The bank stands next to the hospital. Now both bank and hospital are buildings, right? Tatemono. So these may be written using tonari, because tonari is used to when the nouns are of the same kind. Now for dissimilar things, it is better to use yoko or soba as appropriate for that situation. So please keep this in mind. But even if you write tonari, it won't be wrong. But generally tonari is used for comparing two places or two things of similar type or similar nature. But there is no hard and fast rule like that. So ue, shita, naka, soto, tonari, soba, yoko, mae, ushiro. These are the main prepositions of place, or in fact postpositions of place, which are used in Japanese grammar. Now we will look at some more examples. En wa doko desu ka? Hon wa doko desu ka? So this was our question in the last lesson as well. And in the last lesson we saw noun wa koko, soko, asoko desu. That is hon wa asoko desu. This is an example. Or we can say hon wa asoko ni arimasu. That is noun wa koko, soko, asoko ni arimasu. So both are correct. Des is also correct. Ni arimasu is also correct. Hon wa asoko desu, hon wa asoko ni arimasu. Both are correct. But when we want to say the exact location, not in the form of koko, soko, asoko, but in the form of the exact proper noun place using proper noun, then Des is no longer applicable. We must write ni arimasu. So pen wa p ni arimasu. It will be hon wa gakko ni arimasu. That means the book is in this school. And next is en wa p no x ni arimasu. So this means we have the noun, we have the place, and we have the location of that place. So this is the post position of place. P no x. This is x is the post position. So hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. So just look at each of these sentences. So we are keeping on adding more information to it. Hon wa doko desu ka? Hon wa asoko desu. Hon wa asoko ni arimasu. Hon wa gakko ni arimasu. Hon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. So in this way, the structure of these sentences, these are the generic forms which using which you can practice with any other object. So pen wa tsukue no shita ni arimasu. The pen is under the desk. So now let's look at some examples. So what do you see here? We see a bunch of keys kept on a table. So kagi wa tsukue no ue ni arimasu. Now tsukue is the Japanese word for table or the desk, and we can also use the English word teburu, but tsukue is also applicable. Kagi wa tsukue no ue ni arimasu. The keys are on the desk. Kagi wa tsukue no ue ni arimasu. Next, now we see that there is a box under the table. So box under the table. So what will be the post position here? It will be shita. So hako wa teburu no shita ni arimasu. The box is under the table. Hako means box. In Japanese, box is said hako. And now in place of tsukue, we are using teburu. So these two can be used interchangeably. The box is under the table. Hako wa teburu no shita ni arimasu. Now what do you see here? There are candies inside the cans. So candy wa kanzume no naka ni arimasu. Since it is inside the cans or the bottles or the jars, so it is naka. Naka is the post position. The candies are in the can. Candy wa kanzume no naka ni arimasu. Now note that the word kanzume is also written in katakana. That means this is a foreign word. So can is basically written as kanzume. So what is the reason for that? I am not sure, but it's like that. So can is nothing but kanzume. Candy, so this is again katakana because it's a foreign word, candy. Candy wa kanzume no naka ni arimasu. The candies are in the can. One more. So what do we see here? We see a television and we see some books lying near it. So hon wa terebi no mae ni arimasu. Mae means in front of. So the books are in front of the television. The book is in front of the TV or books. The books are in front of the television. Hon wa terebi no mae ni arimasu. Now what do we see in this figure? We see a door which is open and a car is standing in front of the main entrance. So this is the main entrance. So it is called genkan. The main entrance of a Japanese household or a place is called genkan, and car is kuruma. So kuruma wa genkan no mae ni arimasu. The car is in front of the main entrance. Also you can say if this is a room and if it is lying outside, then also you can use the word for outside. So let's quickly go back to this table where we have seen the list. So outside is soto. So you can say that kuruma wa heya no soto ni arimasu. Kuruma wa heya no soto ni arimasu. The car is outside the room, is standing outside the room. So this is in this way you can practice. So we have some other words as well, omocha, and we have heya no naka. Heya means room. So we can say that omocha wa heya no naka ni arimasu. That is, the toys are inside the room or the toys are in the room. Heya is used for room. So omocha wa heya no naka ni arimasu. Isu wa, this is erebeta. This is elevator. Erebeta no mai. The chair is near is in front of the elevator. So outside the elevator, there will be a chair for the security guard probably. So because of that, the example is given. Isu wa erebeta no mae ni arimasu. That is, the chair is in front of the elevator. Hon and hondana no ue. That means bookshelf. The books are on the bookshelf. So hon wa hondana no ue ni arimasu. Hon wa hondana no ue ni arimasu. The books are on the bookshelf. Or if it is a closed shelf, then naka is also applicable. So hon wa hondana no naka ni arimasu. That means the books are inside the bookshelf. So in this way, you can practice with different examples of objects and their place and connecting with a proper postposition. Few more examples. Keiki wa doko desu ka? Or keiki wa doko ni arimasu ka? That means, where is the cake? So probably a birthday party is going on and someone is asking, keiki wa doko desu ka? Keiki wa doko ni arimasu ka? Both are valid. Where is the cake? The cake is on the table. Keiki wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. Again the same example, teburu no ue or tsukue no ue. Ichigo wa keiki no ue ni arimasu ka? So now look at the difference in the question. The earlier question was, where is the cake? Keiki wa doko desu ka? Now the question is, ichigo wa keiki no ue ni arimasu ka? That means, are the strawberries on the cake? So now this is a direct question that whether the strawberries are on the cake. So the answer is, hai, so desu. Yes, they are. Or you can say that, ichigo wa keiki no ue ni arimasu. If you want to tell explicitly, then ichigo means strawberries. Ichigo wa keiki no ue ni arimasu. The strawberries are on the cake. Just like the cake is on the table, keiki wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. Ichigo wa keiki no ue ni arimasu. Rosoku wa doko desu ka? Rosoku means candles. Candle is called rosoku in Japanese. Rosoku wa doko desu ka? Rosoku mo keiki no ue ni arimasu. The candles are also over the cake. So now the mo particle is used to represent also or too. The candles are on the cake too. Rosoku mo keiki no ue ni arimasu. So if we say rosoku wa keiki no ue ni arimasu, grammatically it will be correct, but it will have no meaning, or we using the mo particle, the meaning is better and it sounds better, because since we have already talked about the cake being on the table, so if something else is also on the table, so better to use also. So the particle mo is more appropriate and it sounds better. Rosoku mo keiki no ue ni arimasu. So now this is a very good practice. So this is a room here. Room is called here, and we can see several objects here. We see a table or a desk, we see a chair, we see a football, we see a dustbin, we see windows, and there are trees and birds flying, the sun outside. This is a curtain. This is a bag. Inside the bag there is a file, and there are two apples also on the floor, and there is a pen on the table. So now let's see how to ask the positions of each of these and how to answer them. The first is, pen wa doko desu ka? Or pen wa doko ni arimasu ka? Now can you tell what will be the answer? Pen wa doko desu ka? Pen wa doko ni arimasu ka? The pen is on the table, so it will be, pen wa tsukue no ue ni arimasu. Tsukue no ue or teburu no ue ni arimasu. That is, the pen is on the table. Next is, boru wa doko desu ka? Or boru wa doko ni arimasu ka? Boru means ball. So this will be written in katakana. So this is the ball. Boru wa doko desu ka? So now we see that the ball is under the table. So ボールは机の下にあります。ボールは机の下にあります。or ボールはテーブルの下にあります。Next is 椅子はどこですか？椅子 is chair. Where is the chair? Where is the chair? So where is it? It is behind the table. So 椅子は机の後ろにあります。後ろ as we seen it's for behind. So 椅子は机の後ろにあります。Next is カバン。カバン means bag. カバンはどこですか？カバンはどこにありますか？カバンは椅子の上にあります。Again, it is on the chair, so 上。カバンは椅子の上にあります。Next is ゴミ箱。ゴミ箱 means dustbin. So this is the ゴミ箱。So where is the dustbin? ゴミ箱はどこですか？ゴミ箱はどこにありますか？ゴミ箱は机の横にあります。So ゴミ箱は机の横。横 is the word which is used to represent beside or just next to it. So 横にあります。机の横にあります。Next is カーテンはどこですか？ This is the curtain. So where is the curtain? カーテンはどこにありますか？カーテンは窓の前にあります。窓 means window and it is in front of the window. So this is the window and it is in front of that. So 窓の前。前 means in front of. カーテンは窓の前にあります。What else? リンゴ。リンゴ means apple. Where is the apple? リンゴはどこですか？ So we see that the apple is here. So where is it? 椅子はのそばにあります。椅子のそばにあります means it's near the chair. リンゴは椅子のそばにあります。So the apples are near the chair. One more. ファイルはどこですか？ Do you know what is ファイル? ファイル is nothing but file. So this is again in katakana the English word file. So this is the file. So ファイルはどこですか or ファイルはどこにありますか？カバンの中にあります。ファイルはカバンの中にあります。That means the file is in the bag. The file is inside the bag. So ファイルはカバンの中にあります。So in this way, one more, the last one is 木はどこですか? That is the trees. Where are the trees? So it will be outside the room. 木は部屋の外にあります。That means the trees are outside the room. So although it doesn't make any sense because trees will be outside the room only, but just to explain the grammar of these postpositions, we included this as well. Otherwise, we could not have like this is just an example to represent outside. So tree is outside the room. 木は部屋の外にあります。So let's practice one more time. ペンはどこですか？ペンは机の上にあります。ボールはどこですか？ボールは机の下にあります。椅子はどこにありますか？椅子は机の後ろにあります。カバンはどこにありますか？カバンは椅子の上にあります。ゴミ箱はどこですか？ゴミ箱は机の横にあります。カーテンはどこにありますか？カーテンは窓の前にあります。リンゴはどこですか？リンゴは椅子のそばにあります。ファイルはどこにありますか？カバンの中にあります。キーはどこですか？キーは部屋の外にあります。So that's all for today. So I hope this lesson has been useful to you and thank you very much for watching the lesson. In the next lesson, we shall bring you some more new concepts of Japanese grammar. Till then, keep watching. Thank you. ありがとうございます。また会いましょう。